Coming up on News Live at 6, how safe do SU students feel near campus?
Plus, Abstract Archive hosts a thrift event to fund their new magazine.
And Trump has announced his newest cabinet pick. We have the details on who he picked and why. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Lauren Holdmeyer. Tonight we begin on campus.
And I'm Kaitlin Campbell. SU announced today that traditional scholarship applications are now open.
New at 6, the application cycle for the Remembrance Scholarship in particular is now available to upperclassmen. The Remembrance Scholarship is one of the highest honors a Syracuse student can receive. Students planning to graduate in December 2025, May 2026, or summer 2026 are eligible to apply. 35 rising seniors are awarded a $5,000 scholarship and are charged with helping to educate the campus about the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103. The deadline to apply is January 17th.
The Maxwell School is hosting a virtual Q&A session about its social impact pitch competition tonight at 7. The competition invites SU students to develop communication tools aimed at combating misinformation surrounding public health. Teams of 1 to 4 students will create products like videos, podcasts, or social media campaigns to spread their message. First place for the competition will win $8,000. Registration opens next week and closes January 17th.
The Department of Public Safety has been granted advanced accreditation by the Commission of Law Enforcement Agencies. Advanced accreditation requires DPS to achieve a more comprehensive set of standards. Through the process, the department says it now has an improved training program for officers and can provide a greater level of security for the campus community.
The Student Association announced a resolution in support of adding caste as a category to the university's anti-discrimination policy. The bill says casteism is a concern for South Asian students, professors of caste-related classes, and both practicing and non-practicing Hindu students. The proposal will be voted on at the SA's December 2nd meeting.
Marshall Street has long been a place where students have been cautious of their safety, but the addition of new dorms in the area this year makes the challenge even greater.
Our Jude Bazerman joins us now live from Milton Hall to break down the issue. Jude, are students feeling safe in the area?
Lauren and Kaitlin, students are feeling more and more cautious about their safety just off of SU's campus. Whether it's property damages, harassment, or anything in between, stories of crime just outside of SU are becoming more of a reality.
The homeless guy was like not following us, but he was like talking to us, like saying like you're ugly, like just swearing at us.
SU's newest dorm rooms, Milton and Orange Hall, are located just off of the main campus, meaning keeping students safe has become more of a challenge for the Department of Public Safety and the Syracuse Police Department.
Not everybody that's up here on campus is an SU student. Not everybody that's up here has a good intent. They may be looking to target you.
In the Southeast District of Syracuse, where SU is located, robberies, aggravated assaults, and violent crimes are down compared to last year. But students still feel unsafe, especially late at night in areas with no officers.
I definitely think there should be more, like especially like walking to like in like the alleyway. I don't know. Just because like it gets especially late at night, like when girls are walking, if they're walking home like alone.
Looking ahead to 2025, the Syracuse Police Department is rolling out new initiatives, including unmarked vehicles patrolling near campus and a drone program to improve student safety and combat property crime.
Student safety is a huge concern for us. That's one of our main missions, to make sure that all students are safe.
But for now, students living in Syracuse's newest dorm rooms just want to be safe at all times.
And I know we have like the blue light system and all of that. I just think like if a guy, like a officer was like right there, like that would help.
And CitrusTV News reached out to DPS via email, but they made no comment. It will be interesting to see how DPS and the Syracuse Police Department continue to tackle the issue of crime near campus as Syracuse continues to expand. Reporting live for CitrusTV News, I'm Jude Bazerman.
Thank you so much, Jude. And you know, it didn't look too cold out there. He didn't have his winter coat on. I know those temperatures have been dropping a little bit more recently, but it's still not too bad for late November in Syracuse.
I know. I felt like today I could wear like a light sweater to class. I didn't need a heavy jacket, and the sun was shining. I actually enjoyed my walk to class today.
It was a nice day today, but I think the biggest question that everyone's wondering about is, when are we going to see some snow?
Exactly. Well, our Tyler Oldano has the full scoop on the latest. Tyler, what's going on?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I have the scoop on the weather, but apparently not the scoop on the snow, because as far as I can tell, there's not going to be any this week, but there might be some over Thanksgiving break. But if you're like me, you won't be here. But enough about the future, let's talk about right now. 44 degrees outside, the moon is just starting to rise over the wonderful city of Syracuse, but the clouds are following suit along with it. Overcast is going to be the name of the game for now, and looks like the rest of the week as well. Taking a look around our area, you can see that it's about roughly similar temperatures, 48 in Binghamton, 48 in Ithaca, Cortland sitting at 45. We're still all sitting in those low to high 40s. We're not really going above the 50s right now, and it should stay that way for a while. Now, let's take a look at later tonight. Still seeing those 40 ranges. Again, it's going to be a little bit chilly, but not as much as it could be at this time of year. We usually expect some colder temperatures, possibly a little bit of snow. It's just been a relatively warm year, all things considered, and we're going to see around 10 to 15 miles an hour when it comes to winds. Nothing really too bad, but again, keep that in mind if you're going to be going out with an umbrella or some kind of just a long flowy wear. The wind is going to be blowing. That's all I got for you right now. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Tyler. Well, Syracuse police are still searching for the suspect of a gun barricade near South Salina Street. Last night, police held a standoff outside DG Market convenience store. Police say there was a report of a man inside the store with a gun, though they found the store empty after a search later that night. The investigation is ongoing, and police are asking local residents to avoid South Salina Street. They ask anyone with information to call the number on your screen, 315-442-5222.
Onondaga County school districts are considering adding cameras to school buses to increase student safety. The cameras would record traffic when buses stop to pick up or drop off students to catch illegally passing drivers and issue fines. These fines will pay for the camera system, making it free for taxpayers of school districts and the county. One Onondaga County legislator says any leftover fine profits will be reinvested in the local schools. The first vote on this proposed legislation will happen by the end of the year.
Multiple school districts in the CNY area are searching for a new superintendent. During a board meeting yesterday, the Jamesville-DeWitt Central School District Board discussed the high turnover rates for superintendents across New York. The district's board president said while the search may overlap with other districts, not all are looking for the same candidate. Other districts actively searching for a superintendent include Liverpool Central and the Fayetteville-Manlius School District.
A 13-year-old girl has died after an ATV crash in Hamden that also injured an 11-year-old boy. The Delaware County Sheriff's Office says the girl was taken to the Delaware Valley Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead from her injuries. The boy was flown to Albany Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. The Sheriff's Office has not provided the names of the children, and the circumstances of the crash are still unknown.
A 15-year-old boy is left in critical condition after an Amish buggy was hit by a car in Essex. The accident happened Saturday when a car hit the buggy's back left tire. State troopers say the impact ejected 3 passengers, all teenagers. From the buggy, the boy was taken to Champlain Valley Physicians Hospital with a serious head injury. The 2 other passengers were not injured.
And now to the latest. New district maps in Onondaga County are being considered by lawmakers. The legislature is currently hosting a public hearing downtown.
Our Drew Mediastic is reporting live from outside the Onondaga Courthouse. Drew, what can we expect to hear tonight?
Thanks, guys. Back in September, a state Supreme Court judge ordered that the Onondaga County redraw their legislative lines before the 2025 election. And happening right now just behind me is the public input meeting where legislators are hearing from the public on their thoughts on the legislative lines. And someone that was actually in the public input meeting is Liam O'Connor. Liam, thank you for coming on.
Happy to be here.
Now, take us inside that meeting. Was it rowdy? Were people getting into it, or was it rather quiet?
It was a pretty tame meeting, a modest group in both support and opposition of the maps were present to share their thoughts.
Now, do you think that for where this is going, do you think this is going to be a bipartisan resolution, or do you think that Republicans are going to run away with it since they have an 11-6 majority?
It appears as though we're heading towards a potentially bipartisan solution just because everybody wants to focus on the elections next year and the issues facing our communities.
Do you think that Republicans will maintain their majority going into the next elections with these new lines?
I have no doubt that regardless of what lines end up being concluded, we are going to see a Republican majority in Onondaga County for years to come.
All right, awesome, Liam. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Drew, thank you so much for that update. And now moving back to campus, a new student-run magazine at SU is making waves even before its first issue hits the press.
Citrus TV's Cami Bremer checked out the event to see how the magazine is bringing the campus community together. Cami?
Thank you, Lauren and Kaitlin. Abstract Archive, a new student-run magazine recently started at SU, organized a pop-up thrift shop to help fund their new organization. I got the chance to attend and learn how they plan to highlight student creativity while building a supportive community. This past weekend, Abstract Archive turned 727 South Cross Avenue into a hub for sustainable shopping and student creativity. The pop-up thrift shop featured clothes, jewelry, and accessories, all priced between $1 and $20. There was also music provided by student DJ 3 Eva, who kept the crowd energized as they shopped for one-of-a-kind pieces. Although the magazine hasn't released its first issue yet, pre-sales have already begun. Co-founders Devin Mitchell and Ava Gorga share their vision with campus and beyond.
We like to hear people's stories, and then we like to also kind of promote what other people have to offer and other creatives as well. So the biggest thing for the magazine was really just to promote other creatives as well as us. We're all creative. This campus is very creative, and we kind of to just utilize that and make a publication about it.
A magazine that was created to be an outlet for us to express our own creativity, and also to highlight so many other people who also have things to share. For the people who might not be blasting their name on every street corner, putting up signs, we're gonna do it for them.
With pre-sales underway and events like this, Abstract Archive is gaining momentum and buzz across campus. For more information of their upcoming launch, you can check them out at Abstract Archive SU on Instagram and their website, creativityisabstract.com.
Coming up on News Live at 6, Trump's nominee for Attorney General is facing increased scrutiny. What's being said?
And an update on who will head the Center for Medicare and Medicaid. Stay with us.
Women are bad with money.
That's what the world's been saying for centuries.
But now, we've got something to say. Save it. Save the old-fashioned advice, the empty excuses. It's all worthless, unlike us.
To our fellow females, it is time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Contributing to our futures, investing in our independence.
Until we're no longer 80%
more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
So again, we say to that, save it.
The falsehoods, the feelings of fault, then the funds.
Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with Lauren Holdmeyer, Kaitlin Campbell, and Tyler Oldano. Now, your campus news leader, continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. New tonight, President-elect Donald Trump has nominated another member of his cabinet. Dr. Mehmet Oz is set to lead the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. He is known for his long-run television talk show.
Dr. Oz also ran for a Pennsylvania Senate position as a Republican in 2022, but his campaign was unsuccessful. Dr. Oz has been a longtime Trump supporter. This comes after President-elect Trump has also named Howard Lutnick as Secretary of the Department of Commerce.
Two women who were testified before a House Ethics Committee say former Representative Matt Gaetz allegedly paid them for sex. Gaetz is President-elect Trump's nomination for Attorney General and has faced mounting scrutiny following his nomination. Gaetz has long denied any wrongdoing related to these allegations.
There are also claims that a hacker stole damaging information related to Gaetz, according to an email sent to the legal teams involved in this case. The breach allegedly includes testimony from a minor and other witnesses.
And New York prosecutors say they oppose any effort to dismiss President-elect Trump's hush money conviction. In a court filing earlier today, the Manhattan DA's office says his presidency isn't grounds for dropping a case that was already tried.
Trump was convicted in May of falsifying business records to cover up paying adult film stars Stormy Daniels. The DA office did express some openness to delaying sentencing until after Trump's second term. His sentencing is currently set for next Tuesday.
Moving away from President-elect Trump, the latest on the conflict in the Middle East, Lebanon and Hezbollah have agreed to a U.S. proposal for a ceasefire with Israel. The effort is seen as the most serious yet to end the fighting between the two sides.
The terms require Hezbollah to have no armed presence in the area between the Lebanon-Israel border and the Litani River. This mirrors the United Nations resolution, which ended a previous war between Hezbollah and Israel in 2006. Israel has not yet commented on the proposal.
Ukraine fired U.S.-supplied long-range missiles into Russian territory for the first time earlier today. This comes just one day after Washington gave its permission for the attacks of this nature.
Shortly before the strikes, Russian President Vladimir Putin approved changes to Russia's nuclear doctrine. It now says an attack from non-nuclear state, if backed by a nuclear power, will be treated as a joint assault on Russia. The update was proposed in September and approved today as the war in Ukraine has reached 1,000 days.
Coming up on News Live at 6, I'll have your 5-day forecast and what the weather's going to look like once you're traveling. Stay with us.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
Got it.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Now, I don't know if we need to get my eyes checked, but I think there's a little bit of a pattern going on this week. Tell me if you see it too. Showers, 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 and yeah, you get the idea. Wednesday, though, we're going to be having a little bit of sun, though, so don't get too comfortable. It's only going to be happening in the morning. In the afternoon, we're going to see the overcast skies kind of roll away and turn into, well, showers. 57 is going to be the high for tomorrow, but it's going to go down to about 42 as a low. That's going to be a trend you kind of see for the rest of the week. Kind of 40s all throughout, but the lows, they kind of vary a little bit more. Thursday, it's going to be on the side of 48, but the rest of the week, those are going to be in the 30s. Now, I'm going to be traveling, and I'm sure like a lot of you guys are too, so I have to ask, what's the travel forecast going to be like? What's it going to be if you were to stick your head outside an airplane, except for, bad things? But obviously, travel forecast this week is going to be pretty, hit or miss. It's going to be raining a lot on Thursday, and Friday it's going to be a lot of the same, and Saturday, well, you get the idea. Rain's going to be kind of the theme for this week. It's 30 to 40 is going to be the temperature range, and on Sunday, though, it might be a little bit different. The jury's still out, though, but if you're traveling on Friday and Saturday, well, expect some rain and expect maybe some few delays on the tarmac. Laura, Kaitlin, what's up next on News Live at 6?
Thanks for that update, Tyler. Hopefully none of that rain will be impacting our travels this weekend when we go home for Thanksgiving. Roblox has announced that it will block users under age 13 from messaging others on the platform. This restriction follows the online gaming platform's new efforts for internet safety for children. Parents will be able to view and manage their child's list of online friends and set daily limits on playtime.
Parents will also have the ability to set maturity guidelines. Research shows more than 40% of Roblox users are under 13 and will be affected by these changes. The company began the updates yesterday and say they will be fully implemented by March of next year. Well, speaking of games, what's coming up in sports?
A whole lot of action happening around the Hill and in the Big Apple. I'll get you caught up after this short break on Live at 6.
Welcome to my house. Lately, not my happy place. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The parents were not themselves. My little brothers were morphing into small creatures. The walls were closing in. Clearly a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. And there's a lot of that going around right now. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It might not get you out of the house, but it could help you find a little more breathing room.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Unless you've been living under a rock, there's a lot of Syracuse sports that you've been caught up on, so let me refresh you. I'm Hudson Ridley here with Sports Live at 6. Syracuse men's basketball had a bit of a tune-up game on Saturday going into Texas. Youngstown State, who had never beaten an ACC team, but let's take a look at the highlights here because it might have been a little bit too close for comfort for Syracuse. Right away, the Orange struggled down low. Turnovers were the name of the game in Youngstown State with this fast break. Chance, 7-point lead, their largest of the game going into halftime. The Orange, though, battled back. Plenty of three-point shooting from different options. This time, J.J. Starling gets the swing pass, drills down the three, knots it at 46. Tie game would be the name of the game as J.J. Starling down the court to the other way, laid it in, and we went to overtime. Just for the first time, though, Syracuse had plenty of chances to ice this one in one overtime, but Jawan Maxey from deep, a three-pointer tying it at 86. Syracuse needed a spark in double overtime. It was the freshman Elijah Moore to nail the shot from the corner. SU put up 104 points, winning 104-95. An awfully close game. Here's what head coach Adrian Autry had to say about it.
And I just got to give a lot of credit to our guys for hanging in there. Double overtime, they never lost composure. I mean, J.J. Starling, and that's the J.J. Starling that we know.
That was SU's first double overtime game since 2021. And if you take a look at the stats here, it was all J.J. Starling, a career high 38 points. It was the first time since before 2020 that any Syracuse player had scored that many points, 14 of 23 from the floor. But Youngstown State did keep it close on the way. Syracuse football, though, had a little bit of an easier shot with Cal. This was supposed to be a tougher game than men's basketball, but the Orange started to put it together early in the game. Let's take a look at some of the highs here. Syracuse had a pretty easy time on offense in the early going. LaQuint Allen, 30-yard touchdown run. You usually see him take it in on the goal line. Instead, he puts SU up 7-0, and it didn't take long for the Orange to strike again early in the second half. There's the goal line back, rather second quarter, that we know. LaQuint Allen with the Orange up 13-0. But Cal, still a pretty solid offense, rather. Jackson Meeks first, at least, catching a pass across the goal line, getting drilled at the end, had the wind knocked out of him. That was the first of 2 times that happened in that game. Now here's the Cal offense. Fernando Mendoza to the corner, a snag in the corner of the end zone. So Syracuse playing a little bit closer, 27-7, but it didn't matter. The Orange end up taking this one 34-20 in the end, and Syracuse rolls on. Here's what head coach Fran Brown had to say after the win.
Enjoy your shower, all right, baby?
Yeah, I'm about to get washed.
I know that's...
Winners get washed.
Was in reference to Coach Brown and what he had said earlier in the week. He doesn't shower until he wins, and he did it there. Syracuse, a 33-25 win. And earlier today, the Jets ended up letting go of general manager Joe Douglas. He was with the Jets since 2019 and never ended up winning a single season overall. The Jets are 3-8 currently. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Hudson, and we will be right back with your wake-up weather.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. Since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. When you wake up tomorrow, it's going to be overcast, but that overcast is not really going to be lasting too long because it's going to be raining a bit later in the day. I know, I'm a bit disappointed too, but hey, if you guys are like me, you may be traveling someplace bright and sunny, hopefully, for Thanksgiving break, so maybe it's just you paying your dues before you leave the great city of Syracuse.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not really sure what the weather's looking like in my hometown of Kansas City, Missouri, but crossing my fingers, it's got to be sunnier than here, right?
That's the obvious,
Yeah, Denver, Colorado, 300 days of sun. Really excited to go back there. You can't always miss with sun all the time.
Well, it may not be snowing here yet, but Winter Wonderland is coming back to the Rosemont Gifford Zoo beginning December 6th. Hopefully, we will see some snow before then.
Fingers crossed.
Holiday nights will host live carolers, campfires, and cozy light displays on Fridays and Saturdays from 5 to 8 p.m. until Christmas.
In the season of giving, the Friends of the Zoo will also be donating $1 for every hot chocolate purchase. Tickets are on sale now at the zoo website. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like as soon as finals are done, I need to take full advantage of these holiday events.
Absolutely.
Certainly. Certainly.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to the colder weather and the holiday events.
I love a great light show, too. Any kind of light show during that time. It's always nice. When they sync it up with the music, too.
Absolutely.
Feel
Should be a good time.
feel like when your kid kind of comes out and you see a light show, they feel like you're 5 years old again watching, like, Santa for the first time. It's
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Lauren Holdmeyer.
And I'm Kaitlin Campbell. Have a great night, Syracuse.